Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Algebra 2 Honors. Yesterday we were working on solving systems of linear equations using matrices, and what happened is I just started out doing this one right here. We talked about matrix equation, augmented matrix, and what I did is I started doing row replacement, and I think I got probably about halfway through here. This is after 8th period yesterday, and I was able to squirrel away enough time. What happens is eventually what you do with an augmented matrix is you manipulate it until you get to this last form here. And this is called where you have just ones on the diagonal and zeros everywhere else, and you'll have numbers on here. Now here you have x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and z is equal to 3. And this one here is called reduced row echelon form.
Reduced row something.
Reduced row echelon form. Echelon form.
There you go.
And there's an abbreviation for reduced row echelon form too, and I'll give it to you here. It's called RREF. RREF is an acronym for reduced row echelon form. I tell that to you because that's important. We're going to use that on our calculator here in a couple of minutes. All right?
Calculator. Yeah, second
okay.
matrix.
What you got to have before you enter these in your calculator, I want you to create at least on your paper an augmented matrix such as this one right over here, where you have, and it's going to be, this is called a 3 by 4 matrix. That's important too.
3 by 4 matrix.
3 by 4 matrix. Now, if you're going to solve a 2-variable system, it will be a 2 by 3 matrix. So you can also use this technique with a 2 by 3 matrix with 2 equations. All right. So is everybody okay up to this level here? What we're going to do is take this equation right here, and we're going to. Now it's going to be keystrokes on the calculator. So what you're doing is you're sort of developing your facility with doing that. So there are a lot of keystrokes here involved. So you're going to really need to be focused for this. And we're going to have time to review a lot of these too. So if you slip up on this, we're going to have some review on that. So we go to the calculator. So you have your calculator, either a TI-84 CE, such as this one, or a TI-84 Plus or Plus Silver Edition, like most of you have. And, okay, now, what we have here is, okay, you got to follow closely here. The first thing we're going to do is go to second matrix.
Second matrix.
3 by 4?
Math.
What do I have 3 by 4?
Edit a 3 by 4.
Okay.
You got 3 by 4?
Okay, so are you right here? Okay, what you do is you go over to edit and press enter. And here is where you put 3 by 4. So you put 3, enter, 4, enter. And what happens is you have it set up like this. Now if you have a CE like I do, all these rows, by the way, these are 3 rows and 4 columns. That's what 3 by 4 stands for. And if you have a TI-84 Plus, your final column might be off the page over here. Do you see that?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. And so what we're going to do is enter the numbers for number 6. And what I have, I'm looking at the numbers here. We're going to have, it looks like 4, 1, -2, -6. Is that right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
4, 1, negative 2, negative 6. 4, enter, 1, enter, negative 2, enter, negative 6. And then so that's your first row entered.
Yeah.
Your next row is going to be, is it negative 6?
No. 2, negative 3, 3.
Oh, I got the wrong one. 2, negative 3, 3, 9, right?
Yeah.
2,
You want
negative 3, 3, 9.
Math.
And the last row, now in the last one here, you don't have everything represented. You don't have a z variable here. So you're going to have 1, negative 2, 0, 0.
what's wrong?
What do you mean that's wrong? That's right.
Whoops, I got the wrong one.
Negative.
1,
What is mine?
negative 2, 0, 0, right?
It's not negative?
Put your letter down now for.
So then what do you do?
Okay, then you've entered and you have this right here. You have everything filled out now?
Got it.
Does anybody need a little extra time to get this on their calculator right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to follow this carefully because now you can get errors all over the place and you're going to get them. I get them too when I do this. What you're going to do is get out of this thing. So what you've done is you stored this as matrix A in your calculator. So that's in your calculator's memory right now. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go to second, quit. And when you go to second, quit, it's this keystroke here, what you're doing is you're clearing your screen. So you should have a totally clear view screen right now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has this right now?
Yes.
Okay. Next thing you do is you go down to second matrix again. All right? And then what you do is you go over 1 to math. And then what you're going to do is scroll down.
7.
You scroll down to, what do we scroll down to? RREF. What does RREF stand for?
I don't know how to say it.
Reduced row echelon form, okay? That's why I emphasized that, right? So you recognize what it is. And then once you get there, another thing, this is B, so you have facility at it. When you get math, you can hit alpha B to get here quickly. But then when you get here, you press enter. And this is what you're going to have.
Wow.
So do you have that?
Yep.
Okay, we're almost done here. What you do is you go to second, matrix, and then you're at names right here, you press enter.
Twice.
And then the last thing you do is you press a closing parentheses right there.
You didn't do it?
So you should have that right here, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing you do is you press enter in the calculator, and you have your answers.
That's what you had up there.
What is that mark?
That's the answer.
Yeah, it's the same one.
That's wrong. You got it.
And so you see, because of the explanation, I took a long time. I took 2 or 3 minutes explaining what it is. When you get the keystrokes down, that's a 30-second deal
Yeah.
or so to do it, right?
Yeah.
And so basically what all the calculation that took maybe 10 or 15 minutes of class yesterday, 8th period, was done in just less than a second to get from here to here. But to me, it was important to know how to get this and what this was, and also what your answer is and what your answer looks like. Okay?
Yeah.
So does that mean that this could have helped us solve these systems equations we've been working over since Thursday, yesterday, a lot faster?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. But you have to know what you're looking at too. And there are kind of little exceptions and so forth on this. So what I want you to do now is go to, I want you to set up number 7 as a matrix and solve this one as a matrix. So just set up your augmented matrix, and then if you have questions on that, and I can help you set that up too eventually, but I want you to do that one.
Already done. What are you doing?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. See? I did something.
So-
Yeah, for the number.
Right here, what I've drawn, this is what your augmented matrix should look like.
Right.
Did you write that down? Did you check that? Make sure, because you gotta, like the second row, for instance, is one where you have to sort of pay a little more attention.
0.
And sometimes when you get equations where the variables aren't in order, you might have to reorder your variables to get X, Y, Z.
I'm kind of, there we go. Can I change it to B?
No.
Matrix.
Why?
That's what I got.
Try to get 158. No.
I went on and done it, like I did what you taught us just now.
That's kind of embarrassing.
And I got some
Yay!
decimals.
I did.
Two decimals?
I don't know if I did it wrong.
You're supposed to put 0 4.
Negative, I got negative point five.
Yeah.
Well, this is easy.
46,
That's what I got wrong.
Yeah, I don't think
With that lollipop.
571,
I think so.
Okay, let me go to my,
I would all that in like that.
what?
So who else got an answer? You got an answer?
I got this, but the.
Got it wrong with the second
Yeah, I
row.
think this is it here. This is what, I think this is what you should have
The second
done.
row.
Okay, so what did I do wrong? 5, 3, 4, 0, 4, 0. Oh, you understand that?
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Dude, I did it wrong.
Fix that, right?
Right. Slide.
That's,
Like
Okay.
wow, I got it right.
You did a good job, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it wrong.
I got the right answer.
Let me see what does it say.
Like
That's
0.75,
right.
0.25, 0.750.
You got some kind of freaking,
I'll just play it around.
I got decimals.
Wait, I still got crazy decimals.
Why didn't you just tell it that?
mosquitoes don't know how to do math.
Ellie, you tripping.
Why didn't you?
Yeah.
Watch on man.
Tell it that.
Wait.
You
Okay, no, because he wanted us to realize what went into it. Or 0.25.
0.25.
Hey, oh shoot, that's not.
You said G is 0.25.
0.25 on top and then 0.75.
Yes, sir.
And then 0.75.
Yeah.
All the zeros.
And the rest are zeros.
Okay, when you work this all out, this is what you should look like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what, I got it.
And if you didn't, if you didn't get this, you probably might have made an error in the input there someplace. So what is going to be your articulation of an answer?
Wait,
So,
wait.
0.25, according to should fall out 0.75, 0.
Okay, it's going to be 0.25,
That's wrong, man.
0.75, comma 0. So that would be your answer, all right? Okay,
That's what I got.
what I want you to do now is go to number 8 and do number 8. Can you do that?
Yeah.
I'll do it after.
I'm bored.
Doing number eight.
That'll be
Doing number 8.
3 and 5.
Watch the door. You know what you're doing.
Erase.
Oh, I gotta stop.
What'd you get?
So, you sure to get it?
Yep.
Oh.
I need a card to
So,
get marked.
can I go see?
That's what I thought.
So, watch this. Whoa.
Easy.
Know what you got?
Yeah, I'm going to do it up here too.
Huh?
You got a 1 right here? I got a 1.
A 1. Yeah, I got 1 right there. What are you gonna use?
You can
No,
do that.
that's not right.
I can't do it.
Second.
Did you use already? Yeah.
Did you get this ticket?
I got
You got it wrong.
2.5.
Hey,
Yeah, what you did right.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Wait, why didn't I know that?
You're just wrong.
No, but this is right, man. This right here is right.
no.
Oh, wait,
He's right
yeah.
here.
Mr. G?
Mr. G,
Yes.
I didn't get the
Yeah,
three
You got one
ones.
right here.
There's no diagonal.
Okay, I'm gonna show you this here. I'm gonna do this myself.
That's 0.5, 1.5.
So it's gonna be 2, -1, 3, 5, right?
Yeah.
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 He said answer.
Nine.
Okay. Yes, hi Chad. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I just came by to say hi.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I appreciate it. Great, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Hi,
Good to
are
see
you
you.
having a good day?
So far, how about you?
I'm pretty good.
Good, good to hear it.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
So -6,
I am a sucker.
3,
You're a technology guy.
-9, -15.
And
my dad.
sometimes,
You didn't
They don't match.
That's my
he's your
dad.
dad?
My dad.
Okay, that matches.
That's my granddad.
Okay, next one, we got 4, -2, 6, 10, right?
Yes, sir.
4
I'm pretty sure I do.
So we have that, and this is matrix B. I go second quit.
I got it right.
So I'm gonna clear out here.
So am I.
So I go to second matrix again. This time we go to math. I'm going to go to alpha B to go to reduced row echelon form. And then second matrix, and I'm going to choose matrix B.
All right, now you got it right.
And I enter that,
You didn't get it.
and press this, enter. Okay, is this what you got?
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Does that look weird?
I got it.
Yes. Yeah, why is it weird, Mr. B?
There's a lot of zeros.
Okay, the reason it works out is because this is an example, and it's going to be really an anomaly. You're not going to see this very much, but this is an example of infinitely many solutions. What it is, that x is equal to 2.5, but then y and z can be just about a lot of other numbers, possibilities. So this is an example of infinitely many solutions.
So
That's what
that's
this is.
So it's many.
500.
Or is it all?
So x is 2.5, but then these other ones are what we call free variables. So that's example of infinitely many solutions.
How would you write that as
Infinitely many solutions.
Write that.
There's
Can we
no
write-
symbol.
can we write
I'm
free
gonna come up
variable?
with a symbol for that. What do y'all want it to be?
So infinitely many solutions.
So all solutions?
Not all solutions, but there's, the
Infinitely.
number of them is many. They're all gonna be along, the x of the plane is still gonna be 2.5, but the way it intersects that plane, it's not gonna create a single solution in a coordinate space, okay?
I did.
So this is going to be a rarity. I will tell you that in tests and so forth, and I think this is the only example in this exercise set,
Okay, turtle.
you're not going to see this. This is one that, this thing is the type of thing you see more in college classes. I just want you to see it once. Well, obviously you did see it here. So what I want you to do is go back to these other problems here and figure out the ones you haven't figured out yet using matrices. You see what I'm saying? So the rest of them on this page.
So we had 4 or 5.
Yeah, so just do the ones you have there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, I pressed something.
And so I want you to get through those today. And so just take your time working on all those today.
Yeah, we got it.
You just haven't done 5.
Have you done all of them?
I need to do journals this week.
I haven't done 3.
So you ran out of, you lost
You
it?
did 3.
Huh?
No, we didn't.
No,
Yeah, we did. He
online
said-
from Miss Hop.
Solve it.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean 4.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We did 4.
No, I said we haven't done 5 or 4.
Oh.
Oh,
Let's go
matter.
backward.
We got it.
How was
You
it?
all finished?
y'all funny.
Most of, we got 4.
Now, some of the problems are duplicates of each other, but just in a different form. So you're going to see
Yes, yo.
in their solution. And tomorrow we have another sheet we're gonna work on that works on these too.
All right,
Whoa,
man.
Mr. G, why'd I get 1.5?
Come down tomorrow.
My calculator keeps turning off, so
What did it do?
it keeps turning off.
You have, your batteries might be bad here.
So you want
it just shuts off?
And you just do it right away.
Yeah, it could be bad batteries.
Hey, I don't know if I did it in A, B, or C. I'm gonna have to go all the way back.
You get it right?
Yeah, I got it right.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
X equals negative 1.
Well, I don't know how to clear it, so.
Z equals negative
Bro, that's wrong.
Oh,
What are you doing now?
Those batteries are affecting pretty
well, I
good.
have A, B, C, and D.
No. Uh-oh.
That we would.
What? I don't like spaghetti.
Allie, is it your birthday? What's your
Hey,
birthday?
can I ask
Today?
you? April 14th.
I need it.
Yeah, I think it's
I really
today.
wanna ask somebody
I'm
something,
gonna give you a
but I'm
present.
afraid of the turnout.
Well, then don't ask.
You'll find out.
Mark, Mark.
I'm done.
Okay, Bryce,
About done.
I replaced your batteries.
Did you get a test answer before?
Thank you.
You got the same answer you got on the other one.
Have you
But
finished
don't-
everything?
The 0.25, 0.75.
Mark.
0.25, 0.75, and then that's
Yeah.
negative 1, 4, negative 2.
Oh, Mark, let me do this first. Y'all see it right?
Look at that.
Look how cute Allie dresses.
Next one. I'm
Gone.
You
You probably hate it in your life.
Me or Marge?
No, both of you.
It's,
Oh,
I
that's
gotta ask
all.
you first before I ask the person.
Why?
Because you're the person that tells me if this is a
Ricky
stupid
Pimpin.
question or not.
Probably.
Look,
yes.
he's
It's
playing
hard to
around.
say the difference.
Okay.
She's pimping it.
What is your question?
Oh, so now.
Yes, I am. What did your mommy say?
How?
You just are.
What did your mother say? Maybe.
We're not gonna talk about it, Ellie.
So we want to talk about it.
Okay.
Huh?
So we ain't gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Why not?
Cause
Just 'cause.
Oh, yeah, Mr. G?
Okay.
Yeah, are you finished with everything here?
Yeah.
yes.
Do you need any, does anybody need help up here with things?
No, this is easy.
Okay, we'll call this good.